the aggressive progressive. Chris Hahn himself joins us now. All right. You think it's getting a little gloomy if the president's got to go to Iowa when inflation's going to be almost 8%?
Look, I mean, inflation's not his fault, but it is his problem, right? America votes with their wallet. They vote on feelings. So, yeah, I think the president's got to do whatever he can to try to control inflation. The problem is he has very limited tools at his disposal to do that. Obviously, the Fed sets interest rates, and they might be doing things in the coming weeks and months to try to control inflation. The president can do what he's been doing with releasing the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which really is releasing supply into a market that does not have a supply shortage. What's going on in the energy market right now is speculation and fear right now, not a lack of supply. So increasing domestic supply, while that would be a good talking point and might ease some fears, it's not necessarily going to solve the problem while there's still a war raging in Ukraine.
Nobody thinks the domestic supply issue is going to solve the problem. We can all reasonably agree, though, that when the Biden administration came in, it said it was going to crack down on domestic oil production. It stopped issuing new federal permits and the like. The administration believes that moving towards green energy is an important thing. They're going to do what they can to do that. Number two, we can all agree that the Strategic Petroleum Reserve releases don't do anything. We know this because it's never done anything in the past that's been meaningful. It's a drop in the bucket. Number three, it's a political decision to continue deciding to not reverse the policies of no pipelines, no extra leases, take your foot off the neck of domestic oil producers and the like. At what point, from an inflation standpoint and a food price standpoint, does the Biden administration buckle, call uncle and say, look, green energy, great, that's for our second term. Right now, we're focused on increasing domestic production?
Well, if there was a supply shortage, he would do that, right? Remember, there are thousands of wells that are fully permitted in the United States that have not been tapped because there's no market.
That talking point is so old, though, Chris. Come on, the talking point is so old. Most of those wells you can't drill on. The oil companies that we've all had on say most of them are dark for a reason. If that's the point, then permit thousands more. It doesn't make any sense.
They're dark because there's no profit in it because there's no supply. There might be now, and I would imagine they would go to work. If he set new permits today, it would be years before that oil made it to market. So it is a red herring argument. Let's drill, baby, drill. It's very simple, and it's a simple message. This is his problem. Politics is about communication. Drill, baby, drill is a simple and effective thing to say. It would not solve the problem right now.
Well, I guess we can all agree. We can all agree drill, baby, drill sells a lot better than buy an electric car and you don't have to worry about gas prices.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The solutions, the long-term solutions are very complicated.
Right.
The political attacks right now are very simple.
Yeah, that's what's so great about being in the minority for the Republicans, hard for being the president. It's a tough job.
Trust me.
Your tweet on Friday made a little news. I'm almost hurt that you've never tweeted about me, but hey, you know, Chuck Todd is the most...
I tweet about you all the time. I tweeted about you 5 minutes ago.
No, it never gets picked up on media. Come on, this got picked up worldwide. Chuck Todd, the most Chuck Toddiest person ever seen, when he asked, is the Ketanji Brown Jackson moment in the Rose Garden the last win that we will see since November? It's never the questions that get us in trouble. It's the answers. Why is the answer so scary to Democrats?
Hey, look, I think it's a scary look. Midterms are never good for the incumbent party. Add inflation and a war that has people a little freaked out. It's going to be a rough year unless the Democrats make this about choices, about individual candidates. And I think there are a lot of wackos winning Republican primaries right now that could be problematic for Republicans. I am not as bullish on Republicans taking over the Senate as most people are. And look, I think the House is probably gerrymandered away from the Democrats, but I don't think it's completely out of reach. It's going to be a very narrowly divided House. And that's because there's divisions within the Republican Party.
Chris, I almost now don't have to do a tease because that segment, the one you just brought up about Republicans taking the Senate and, shall we say, an eye-raising endorsement by President Trump is coming up. Thank you very much, my friend, for at least writing one of the teams.
And just and break down and have some apple pie, please. What kind of American are you? Come on.
Cherry pie is where it's at. Come on, I'm from Michigan. All right, we'll talk soon.
All right, I'll give you that.
All right, coming up. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.